Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 2 of our Peach Belt doubleheader. Columbus State Cougars are in town to take on your Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates. The Cougars are led offensively. Columbus State men are 7-7 overall and are 2-5 in the Peach Belt after following 84-74 to Young Harrison Wednesday. Cougars have dropped 2 straight. Rory Miller leads the Cougars offensively, averaging 14.8 points per game, while Winford Ivory is averaging 10.8 points per game. Miller also ranks 7th in the Peach Belt in rebounding, averaging 8.1 boards per game. For the Pirates, the leading scorer is Eric Miller, averaging 24.4 points per game. He leads the Peach Belt Conference, is 5th nationally, and is on pace to be the 3rd best in Armstrong history. Miller was also the player of the week this past week, the 3rd time this season, and he's the first ever Armstrong Pirate to have 3-time player of the week in men's basketball in Armstrong history, and he's also scored in double digits in every game thus far this season. Behind Eric Miller's Kenny Bellinger, who's averaging 10.6 a game. Then Antron Williford and J.C. Wynn and Eric Eversley all around 9 points a game. Darius Morales at 7, Kyle Callahan at 5. Darius Tukes at 5.5. Kelsey Walker at 2 points. And Shimba Sabiti at 1.3. Kenny Bellinger for the Pirates also has 31 assists. And the leading rebounder, Antron Williford with 111, and Eric Eversley at 110, averaging about 5.7 a game and 8.5 a game. Once again, the Pirates' last outing was at Francis Marion. However, the game never actually started due to a rain delay. Yes, a rain delay in basketball, as the Smith University Center up in Florence, South Carolina, actually had a leak in it, and the girls' game was postponed 17 minutes left in the second half. And then it happened once again, and then the girls' game actually never, and the guys' game never actually started. And the last outing for the men was at Augusta State. They lost 74-56. However, a week before, Thursday night game versus Lander at home, they took on ex-coach Jeff Burkhammer and were able to come out on top 91-80. I want to take a quick timeout for you to meet your players and for the national anthem. It is Military Appreciation Day, so stand up wherever you are. This is Cortland Hendricks.
Kenny Bellinger II. Turn up, turn up, turn up. When times come where you got to crank up and get everything going, you got to turn up. Can't be too calm, man.
Eric Miller, and my catchphrase is chill, bro. Say for instance, somebody say, oh, all the ladies don't love Eric. Chill, bro. You know that's a lie.
He's number 1 in my heart.
Armstrong Williford, bring the rice out. Just like rice, the best players rise to the top.
Bring the rice out.
Eric Eversley, look good, feel good. And if you feel good, you look good. Simple. I'm gonna be looking good and feeling good all season long.
He is so fine.
What? It's true.
Kelsey Walker, small things to a giant. It's too easy.
Ladies, y'all can follow me on Twitter as Kenny Bizzle, KennyBizzel. Follow your boy.
Everyone should know him.
J.C. Wynn, favorite catchphrase, down!
What does it mean?
Me and my teammates go out and fight on the court, try to get the dub.
Darius Morales, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You shouldn't be afraid to try, ever.
I wish more athletes were like him.
Kyle Callahan, zip them up. Shut people up. That's what we do. When on the court, we make everyone be quiet.
Yeah, boy!
Shima Sabiti, and it is what it is. Like, no matter what it is, just gotta do it.
Zach Hill, lace up. No matter how hard the challenge is, you gotta lace up and push through it.
Isham Benayat Sharif, I like cakes.
What?
I always say that. Yeah, I always say I like cakes. Why are they laughing? Yeah, because I do, really. Yeah, what's the problem?
There's Tooks. No excuses.
All our opponents, we coming for you. Armstrong, you see it.
Once again, folks, Cortland Hendricks back here at Alumni Arena as it is Military Appreciation Day. Pirates are hosting their second annual Military Appreciation Game this afternoon. Today, the campus Army ROTC will present the colors for the national anthem, lead the teams onto the floor before the game, and also take part in a push-up competition at halftime of the men's game. Camouflage T-shirts are being worn by members of both men's and women's teams during the shootout, and T-shirts will also be given out to members of the military today. There will also be a reception for military upstairs. The Armstrong Athletic Department would also like to thank every single one of you who have sacrificed to make our country the great nation that it is. The starters for both teams dressed out for Columbus State, the non-starters. Number 5, Nick Turner. Number 10, Aaron Power. Number 23, Adam McLeod. And number 25, Darius Page. The starters for the Cougars: a 6-foot sophomore guard from Augusta, Georgia, number 3, Jihad Salim. A 6'4" sophomore guard from Orlando, Florida, number 4, BJ Battle. A 6'1" senior guard from Lakeland, Florida, number 11, Adele Bell. A 6'4" sophomore from Columbus, number 20, Jermaine Morgan. And a 6'7", 200-pound senior forward from Jessup, Georgia, number 21, Rory Miller. The Cougars are coached by Robert Moore with assistants Ben Hicks and Dean Sando. Dressed out for the Pirates but not starting, number 4, Kyle Callanan, not starting. Number 4, Kyle Callanan. Number 5, Kelsey Walker. Number 14, Darius Tukes. Number 15, Zach Hale. And number 24, Darius Morales. Starting for the Pirates, we talked about earlier, the leading scorer and the number 5th scorer in the country, the 6', 385-pound senior guard from Stone Mountain, number 2, Eric Miller. 6'1", 180-pound junior guard from Miramar, Florida, number 10, Kenny Bellinger. 6'8", 190-pound junior forward from Rockledge, Florida, number 11, Eric Eversley. 6'7", 220-pound senior forward at Bainbridge, Georgia, number 32, Antron Williford. And at 6'5", a solid 230, senior forward from Winsboro, Louisiana, number 33, the high-flying J.C. Wynn. Like we talked about earlier, the leading scorers for Columbus are number 21, Roy Miller, averaging close to 15 a game, and then Winfred Ivey, who's averaging close to 11 points a game. However, Winfred Ivey, looking over my notes once again, is not dressed out, is not here. Leading rebounder is Roy Miller, who averages 8. So on the season, Roy Miller averages 15.8 rebound game. Pirates need to watch out for him. Not only that, Miller also ranks 7th in the Peach Belt in rebounding, averaging 8 boards a game. We talked about that. Said Eric Miller is the leading scorer in the Peach Belt, 5th nationally, and is on pace, if he stays, will have the 3rd best season scoring ever in the history of Armstrong basketball. That's center court to take the jump for Columbus, number 21, Roy Miller. And for the Pirates, number 32, Antron Williford. The ball is up and we're underway. Williford gets it right to Miller, and we're underway. Bellinger running the point, being guarded by Salim. Bellinger to his left, back to his right, over to Miller. Miller's being double teamed. Cross-court pass to Williford. Williford back to Bellinger, but Kenny Bellinger for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Williford's there for the rebound. Back to Bellinger. Williford had to fight off Salim and Miller for the rebound. Eversley with the three-pointer, no good. Rebound from Miller. Point guard is Jihad Salim. Salim being guarded by Bellinger. Over to Bell. Bell up to Morgan, although Morgan bobbles it, is able to regain possession. Back over to Bell, being guarded by, like we said, the solid J.C. Wynn. And Bell's able to put up a three-pointer. However, the head officials needed to look at something. Appears that the scoreboard is malfunctioning. They have put the Cougars points on the board. Restarted, added 4 seconds back to the clock in 19:02. A minute in, Cougars lead it 3-0. Miller driving, puts up a 3, rolls off the rim, but is no good. Rebound by number 21, Rory Miller. Bellinger able with the steal. Bellinger puts it up. And the Pirates have their first points of the game. Kenny Bellinger, the junior guard from Miramar, Florida. Bell, back over to Salim. Bell, bounce it off, no good. As Kenny Bellinger needs to adjust his goggles. Cortland Hendricks back here at Alumni Arena. Sorry for technical difficulty, folks. Lost internet connection on our sound and our live stats for just a second. Eric Miller just put up another 2-point basket. J.C. Wynn is unable to convert on the dunk. Out of bounds. Columbus regains possession. Salim running the point. Kicks out to Miller. Down to Bell. Bell kicks it back over to Miller. Miller Was able to convert on the basket. 5-4 Columbus lead. 15:47 in the first half. Peach Belt action. Your Pirates are 8-5 overall, 4-2 in the Peach Belt. And Columbus State 7-7, 2-5 in the Peach Belt. Big man J.C. Wynn kicks it out to Bellinger. Over to Eversley, and Eversley is able to convert. Pirates take the lead, 6-5. Williford with the rebound. Eversley on the season averaging 8 points a game. Battle misses a shot. Eric Miller gets the rebound. Miller driving. Down J.C. Wynn underneath the basket. He's able to convert. J.C. Wynn averaging 9.2 points a game. Giving Eric Miller the assist. 62nd on the season. Bell out to Salim. Salim in and out. J.C. Wynn there for the rebound. Bellinger out to Eversley again off the back of the rim, no good. Morgan there with the rebound. Morgan, the 6'4" sophomore out of Columbus. Jamad Salim averaging 6.4 points per game, with 23 assists on the season. Miller misses the shot. Roy Miller. Back over to Salim. Top of the key to BJ Battle. Off the rim, no good. Salim's there for the rebound. Columbus State gets a fresh 35. Columbus State already with 3 turnovers. Your Pirates with 2. Armstrong with 7 rebounds total. Columbus State with 5. And from the corner, Roy Miller hits a 3. Ties the game up. Miller, the 6'7", 200-pound senior from Jessup. Miller driving down the baseline. Heaves it up. He is fouled. That should be immediate timeout. We'll take one with him. You're listening. Armstrong Radio. Cortland Hendricks back here at Alumni Arena, campus of Armstrong Atlantic State University, for Game 2 of the men's and women's doubleheader. Columbus State University Cougars in town to take on your Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates. Right now, game is all tied up 8-8. Eric Miller at the line, 75% free throw shooter on the season, has made his first of the day. Now with 3 points. So another one now has 4 points. 10-8 lead for your Pirates. Salim running the point. Back out to Miller. Miller to Bell. Bell being double teamed by Miller and Eversley. Gives the ball to the big man, Darius Page. Page takes it down to Miller. Miller puts up a shot good for 2. Darius Page, 6'8", 240-pound sophomore from Tukwila, Washington. Kyle Callanan in for the Pirates. Kyle, the 6'3", 375-pound sophomore guard from Bennington, Vermont. Darius Morales, Sands headband. Puts up a shot and is no good. Offensive foul, Eric Eversley. Kelsey Walker coming into the game. Kenny Bellinger Walker, 6'2", 205-pound junior guard from right up the road in Statesboro. Miller to inbound. Into the game for the Cougars, number 10, Aaron Power. 6' sophomore guard, 175 pounds from right here in Savannah. Page working against Morales. Kicks it out, gets the ball back eventually. Miller against Eversley, puts up a floater, no good. Eric Miller's there for the rebound. Miller over to Callanan. Back over to Walker. Walker. One-step jumper, no good. Miller's there for the rebound. Kicks it out to Power. As Darius Morales has a big block on Battle. Callahan running down to Eric Miller. Puts a floater off the back of the glass, and the bank is open for business on Saturday. Another 2 points for Eric Miller. Bell driving against Miller. Miller tried to draw the charge, no good. Bell in and out. Darius Morales is there for the rebound. Kyle Callanan puts up a three-pointer, no good. Ball bounces around. Darius Morales eventually gets it, but I believe he stepped out of bounds. Aaron Power at the guard, a transfer from LaGrange College. Once again played his high school ball right here in Savannah. Battle, back to Power. Had a screen from Miller, didn't go the right way. Darius Morales is a hard defense against Roy Miller. Miller puts the ball and it sails over the goal. Coach Jeremy Luther not happy about the call. Rory Miller to go to the line to shoot two. Miller, their leading scorer, is 73% free throw shooter. Already has 7 points tonight. The only other person with points for the Cougars is BJ Battle. Miller misses his first opportunity. Miller makes the second one. Into the game for the Cougars, number 20, Jermaine Morgan. The 6'4" sophomore, 180 pounds, playing his college ball in his hometown of Columbus. Walker running the point, directing traffic. Dribbles to his left, goes around to his right, puts up a shot, and is denied. Jermaine Morgan with a big block. However, a foul is called on number 10, Aaron Power. Boy, I tell you what, that was scary. That was a huge block. Jermaine Morgan elevated. I was not going to let anything by him. Kelsey Walker at the line. Walker is only shooting 30% from the free throw line, is 7 for 23. However, has no problem with that one as it goes right in. Roy Miller is a transfer from University of Alabama for the Cougars. Kelsey Walker knocks down his second one, makes it 14-11. Pirate lead. Eric Miller gets a steal, running down the floor, 2-on-1 situation. The rest of the Pirates come, he goes up, off the glass. However, Antron Williford is there with the putback. 5-point lead for the Pirates. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Power with the ball. Make sure the troops are in order. Kicks it over to Morgan. Morgan, the big man, Darius Page, who puts up a nice 12-footer from the elbow. Antoine Williford from three-point land is no good. How Darius Morales is there to get the rebound. Kelsey Walker with the ball. Sending Eric Miller down to the corner. Nobody's really guarding Kelsey Walker. It's a zone defense. Walker misplays the ball. Ball bounces around. Couldn't really see what was going on. It almost looked like nobody wanted the ball as the Pirates get 3 subs in Kenny Bellinger, Eric Eversley, and J.C. Wynn in for Kyle Callahan. Kelsey Walker and Darius Morales on the floor for the Pirates. Bellinger, Eversley, Williford, Miller, and J.C. Wynn. Take immediate timeout. Pirates lead at 16-13. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Armstrong Pirates. Hey, buddy. Addison. Colton Hendricks back here at Alumni Arena. Peach Belt action as the Columbus State Cougars are in town to take on Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates. Eric Miller gets denied once again by Jermaine Morgan, even if it was a pass. Jermaine, listed at 6'4", right now is playing at about 8 foot tall. Bellinger in the point. Moving back to the left. All the way down to the baseline is triple teamed. Jermaine Morgan there once again. Ball goes out of bounds. Pirates will retain possession. Williford to inbound. Kicks it over Eric Eversley. 1 second on the shot clock. They weren't able to get it off. Turnover for the Pirates. Salim up against Bellinger. Bellinger tips the ball, is able to get it. Salim was all over him. J.C. Wynn gets it over to Eversley. Eversley puts it up. It's not there. No good. Wynn bobbles it. Bellinger gets it up, and it goes in. 2 points for the Pirates. There's a lot of people in that small space. Bellinger lucky to get the ball out and get it in. Salim puts up a jumper. No good. Williford's there. However, he is stripped. Ball bounces around. Salim gets it over to Page. Williford blocks Page. Now Salim's over there and is able to get it past the outreaching hands of Eversley. Once again, a lot going on down in the paint. Surprised either teams were able to score in those situations. Pirates still with a 3-point lead, 18-15. 27 seconds on the clock. Oh, excuse me, on the shot clock. Bellinger trying to get the ball to Miller. Bell is not going to let that happen. Miller eventually gets it over to J.C. Wynn, who's outside the three-point line. Wynn between his legs, back to the right, over to Williford from three-point range. And it is good. Williford shooting 24% from three-point range. It's only his 11th all season. Page Bumps up against Williford. Coach Jeremy Luther not happy about that call. Head referee Brad Eggert saw it differently. Williford's first foul, the team 5th. Correction, team 4th. Bell from the corner, off the back of the rim. Salim is there. However, he steps out of bounds. Like we said earlier, it is Military Appreciation Day, and for the first time since I've been coming to games here at Armstrong, we have courtside seats on each side of the press table. From where I am sitting, we have military personnel from all branches sitting on courtside seats enjoying the game. Bellinger over to Callanan. Over to Williford. Cross court to J.C. Wynn. Close. Nick Turner was all over him. J.C. Wynn for 3, puts it up. And the big man gets a 3. 9-point lead for the Pirates. Page is able to set up the screen. The Turner. Back to Salim. Back to Miller. Miller down to Page. Williford on Page. And they call the offensive foul. A little give one, take one there by Brad Eggert. Calling him on the elbow. (24-15). Pirate lead, 6:58 to play. Both teams all have their 6 timeouts. Armstrong with 3 fouls. Correction, Armstrong with 4 fouls. And Columbus State with 2. Out of bounds, Pirates retain possession. Darius Morales and Eric Miller make their way back onto the floor. Eric Miller averaging 34 minutes a game, only sitting out 6 minutes total. You can tell in his play, almost 25 points a contest. On the day he has 6, Antron Williford with 5, and J.C. Wynn with 5 for the Pirates. Kenny Bellinger also with 4. Eric Miller back sidestep, a beautiful move down in the paint. Is able to sidestep the defense and puts up a floater, and it goes through the hoop. Salim over to Turner. Back over to Miller. Miller puts up a long 3. Darius Morales gets the ball, goes around, had to go around Salim. Salim had good defense, but Kyle Callanan is there to put the ball back. Pirates are able to convert. Kenny Bellinger slow to get up. Timeout called. Full timeout by Columbus State. Pirates lead it by 13. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Pirates Radio. Cortland Hendricks back here at Armstrong Atlantic State University Alumni Arena for the doubleheader. Peach Belt action as Columbus State is taking on your Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates. Pirates with a early 13-point lead. 5 to go, 5 and counting to go in the first half. As Salim makes a beautiful pass down low to Jermaine Morgan, Pirates are able to collapse Darius Morales and Antron Williford there. Williford, Norm Morales happy with the call. They both thought it was clean defense. Williford's second foul. Williford and Morales both with 2. At the line, Jermaine Morgan, only a 49% free throw shooter on the season, averaging 5.4 points per contest. He's able to have that one go down. On the court for the Pirates, Bellinger, Miller, Callanan, Morales, and Williford. As Williford misses a wide open Morales. Cougars get a steal. Salim looked like he traveled, turns around Jermaine Morgan, and Darius Morales says, no, sir. Pirates get it down. Cal Callanan's trying to hit Williford. Once again, miscommunication. As Adam McLeod from the corner is able to knock down a 3, the junior guard, 6'1" from Fairburn, Georgia. Coach Jeremy Luther telling his troops to calm down and play their game. Williford missed a wide open Morales down in the paint, and that was able to cause the 3 points for the Cougars. Eric Miller over to Williford at the top of the key. Back over to Kenny Bellinger for a 3-point land. Bellinger shooting 37% from the 3-point line, averaging 11 points a game. McLeod over to the corner, no good. Bellinger down to Callanan. Pass was behind him. If he had hit him in stride, that would have easily been a bucket. However, he had to stop, and then one of the Cougars, number 20, Jermaine Morgan, grabbed him. Could have easily, I shouldn't say easily, could have been interpreted as intentional foul. However, officials did not see it that way. Callanan, 78% from the free throw line, misses it. Page back into the game, the big man for the Cougars. Callanan puts up the second one. It was good. J.C. Wynn making it his way into the game for Callanan. Callanan, the transfer from Southern Connecticut State, where he played his freshman year. Bell over to McLeod, back to Salim, over to Page. The big man completely fooled Morales as Morales runs around him. Pirates had no other option but to foul with that big body coming downstairs. Fouls called on J.C. Wynn, his first, team 6th. Page, averaging 3 points a game, is a 63% free throw shooter. Page is a 6'8", redshirt sophomore, 240 pounds. From said it earlier, Tukwila, Washington, and is a transfer from Palm Beach State College. Officials looking at Darius Morales' elbow and wrist. He appears to be bleeding. Head trainer Ken Tressier there to take care of it. Pirates with a 12-point lead, 32-20. 3:40 remaining in the first half. Pirates have 6 fouls. Cougars have 4. Only one timeout's been called, and that was by the Cougars. Kelsey Walker inbounding to J.C. Wynn, back to Walker. Walker played his first 2 seasons at Waycross Junior College, once again out of Statesboro, Georgia. Played his high school ball at Statesboro High School, where he earned first team All-Region 3 4A honors for the Blue Devils. Walker down to the paint. Had a sprinting Antron Williford down in the paint open. However, a Cougar player was there to tip it out of bounds. Pirates will retain possession. 13 seconds on the shot clock. And Morales to inbound. Morales over to Walker. Walker to Miller. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bell covering Miller. There's a screen. Both players picked up Miller instead of being falling for the screen. J.C. Wynn should have shot, and I don't know why he didn't. Down to Morales. Morales hits the side of the backboard. Coach Luther agreeing with me, telling J.C. Wynn he needs to take that shot. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Salim dribbling. Page down in the paint. Darius Morales standing straight up. It was good enough defense. A rebound by Rory Miller is able to put it up for 2. Pirates lead is down to 10. Wynn over to Walker. Back over to Miller. Miller with a nice ball fake move. Goes down to the bucket. Goes down to the paint and puts it up. And that's why, folks, he is the number 5 leading scorer in the nation. Is able to score from any point on the floor. Battle back over to Salim. Miller's left wide open at the top of the key. With nobody on him, Miller's going to make that shot every time. Despite the fact on the season he only shoots 28% from the three-point land. Walker down to J.C. Wynn. J.C. off the back of the rim, no good. Bell with the rebound gives it off to Salim. Salim cross court to Page, the big man, no good. Kelsey Walker's there for the rebound. Pirates trying to pick up the pace, going down to Kelsey Walker. Lives off to Eric Miller from the corner. Eric Miller's no good off the back of the rim. Ball goes out of bounds. Pirates take possession. Cougars don't agree with the call. Eric Miller thought it was Columbus State's ball. He was all the way down at the other goal, ready to play defense. Bellinger. Miller between his legs. Bell is all over him. 12 seconds on the shot clock. They find J.C. Wynn wide open. And instead of J.C. going up to put the ball through the hoop with that big body, he tries to put it off to Williford. Williford bobbles it, and it's a turnover. Bell from the corner puts up a 3. Pirates lead is now only 6. 37 seconds left, 30 on the shot clock. J.C. Wynn's got the ball. Dribbles to his left. Stops, looking for somebody to give it to. Finds Bellinger. Bellinger directing traffic. Back to his left. From behind the foul line, it is good. And if you ask Kenny, he knows every shot's going to go in, although they may not. Salim goes all the way down. However, he misses it, and Darius Page just tips it in by standing flat-footed. It's halftime. Pirates lead at 36-30. This is Cortland Hendricks for Armstrong Radio. Cortland Hendricks back here. Alumni Arena as we get ready to start the second half of the second game. The Peach Belt Conference matchup between the Columbus State University Cougars and your Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates. Pirates coming into the second half with a 6-point lead over the Cougars. Leading scores for the Cougars, for the Cougars, Rory Miller has 13. The second closest person is Darius Page with 5. For the Pirates, no surprise there. Eric Miller with 10. Kenny Bellinger with 9. Antron Williford and J.C. Wynn with 5 apiece. Leading rebounders, number 5, Kenny Bellinger for the Pirates. And for the Cougars, number 4, Rory Miller. Almost a turnover for the Pirates. Salim running point. Almost double team. Bellinger rolled his ankle. Salim goes up.
Have this wireless thing right here, but the person asking chat, I don't know. Sorry. No problem.
As J.C. Wynn makes a basket for the Cougars. Three-point basket by B.J. Battle is good. Pulls the Cougars within 5. Antron Williford is able to make a three-point basket to answer, give the Pirates an 8-point lead. Off the back of the rim, Eric Miller there for the rebound. BJ Battle goes up, high flying, gets a dunk down after the steal. Kenny Bellinger at point. Bellinger, 6'1", 180-pound guard from Miramar, Florida, transferred. Spent his first 2 years at St. Petersburg College. Win. Over to Bellinger. Tried to draw the foul. Hits down at 3. Like we said, the first time ever, we've got those floor seats. He took out 2 of them. Miller goes underneath Bellinger. Salim. Back over to Bell. Down to Miller. He's fouled. It appears to be on Antron Williford. That is Williford's 3rd. Inbounding. BJ Battle goes around Miller, stops. Miller was right there. The Battle wanted to pull up with a jumper. Miller prevented that from happening. Miller with the ball. Over to Morgan. Morgan runs over Bellinger. Bellinger trying to draw the foul. Delay game warning on 21 red. Couldn't tell which one of the Cougars was up and scored the points. It appeared to be Miller. Pirates still with a 7-point lead. Bellinger over to Wynn. Wynn driving. Bellinger top of the key. In and out. Bounces around. Cougars will get the ball in a fresh 35. Salim up against Bellinger once again. Over to Bell, being covered by Wynn. Battle. Down to Bell. Ball bounces around. They try to get it to Miller. Coach Robert Moore says he called timeout. They're not going to give it to him. Pirates get the ball. Miller bobbled it. Once again, the big man, the 6'7" senior forward, 200 pounds from Jessup as a transfer from University of North Alabama. .22 to go. Pirates with a 7-point lead. Bellinger spin move. Kicks it out to Wynn. Wynn. Yet to dribble, looking for a place to go with the ball. Pull out a screen by Morales. Wynn at top of the key. Dumps it over to Miller. Miller sent Salim about 5 feet in the air with a ball fake. Then try to get it to Bellinger in the corner. Battle was right there. Knocked it out of bounds. Pirates get the ball with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Williford. Oh, excuse me, Eversley to Kenny from NBA range off the front of the basket. JC Wins there, puts it back. Ball gets bounced around. Nobody's able to grab it. Last touched by a Cougar. 31 seconds on the shot clock. And JC Wynn to inbound. Over to Bellinger. Bellinger over to Wynn. Through the hands of Eric Miller. Salim gets it. Miller 2-on-1. Miller was able to slow him down for a second. I think he even got a hand on the ball, but Salim was able to convert. 39-44. Pirates still lead it. As Coach Jeremy Luther sends over Kyle Callahan to check in. Bellinger dribbles to his right, out to JC Wynn. Wynn dribbling to his left. Dumps it over once again to Eric Miller. Looks like the same play as last time. Another steal, turnover. Salim, Eric's there again. Bellinger knocks it away. As there's confusion on the Armstrong side, the moment the whistle blew, Bellinger and Miller calling over all three big men to talk about what's going on. Media timeout. We're going to take one with them. You're listening to Armstrong Radio. Cortland Hendricks here back at Alumni Arena, Armstrong Atlantic State University, as the Columbus State Cougars are in town for a Peach Belt doubleheader. Armstrong girls weren't able to pull it out. However, the boys are looking good so far. Kenny Bellinger just knocks down a 2-point bucket. Sends the Pirate lead to 5. Callahan over to the corner. Callahan trying to cover BJ Battle. BJ Battle puts up a 3, no good. Ball bounces around. Bell picks it up. Bell tries to pick it up and hit Miller. Goes through Miller's fingertips. Goes out of bounds. Pirates get the ball and a fresh 35. Into the game for the Pirates. Number 32, Antron Williford. Eric Miller over to Morales. Tried a no look. Morales was there, however, he was covered. Ball stays in bounds. Good job by Morales to Callahan. Back to Miller. Over to Williford. Williford, Columbus State side. Wanted to travel. Didn't get it, however. Officials blow the whistle for a charge. Pirates up by 7. Looks to Pete Miller. Yes, it was Miller off the glass. Cuts the lead down to 5. Pirates fighting over the ball. Morales puts it up again. He appeared to be fouled from behind. Foul was on 11, Bell. There's Morales from the foul line. Morales on the season is 9 for 18, shooting .500. Misses the second one. Misses both. Miller driving down, kind of stumbled over Morales' feet. Going to call a foul on Morales. Salim inbounding to Battle. Battle being covered by Callahan. Battle coming out of the corner. Back to Bell. Salim driving down to the paint. Bumps against Bellinger, puts it up. Switches it around, bounces off the rim. And Page is there to put it back. Pirates lead down to 3. Callahan in the corner. Cross court to Morales. Morales is fouled hard by Bell. If Bell would have been there, that was an easy alley-oop jam. Now Pirates are going to have to get 2 the hard way. Coach Robert Moore wants a timeout. We'll take one with him. You're listening to Armstrong Radio. Colton Hendricks back at Alumni Arena. Pirates with a 3-point lead. Kyle Callahan from three-point land. Kyle knocks it down. Perfect angle for me. It looked good from the moment it left his fingertips. Salim drives down, goes past Callahan. Misses. Williford's there on defense as Page gets the rebound. Swats it away. Kenny Bellinger's there. Fast-paced game. Bellinger over to Miller. Miller driving down. Floater off the back of the glass. And Miller's able to drop it down for 2. Eric Miller now with 12. Bellinger with 14. Rory Miller, we knew he was going to be a difference maker. Already has 17 for the Cougars. Turner, deep 3. NBA range is able to go in. 5-point lead for the Pirates. Kyle Callahan from another deep 3. Jeremy Luther not happy with the shot off the front of the rim. Callahan covering Battle. Battle kicks it out to Salim. Kenny Bellinger in his face. He's able to knock it down. 3-point lead for the Pirates. 51-48. 10:48 remaining in the game. Kyle Callahan for another deep 3. And he makes that one almost the same spot as the one he had just missed. Salim dribbles to his right, bobbled it a little bit. Ball fake. Eversley jumped with him. Faked it, and then he went through. Foul on number 3. Fouls on 3, Salim into the game. For the Cougars is number 23, Adam McLeod. Inbound. Kelsey Walker into the game to run the point. Over to Callahan. Callahan has 9 points. Make it 12. Callahan. Callahan shooting 3 for 5. The dead ball, immediate timeout. We'll take them with them. Pirates are up 57-50. 10 minutes to go. Alumni Arena, Armstrong Atlantic State University taking on Columbus State University Cougars. Pirates up by 7, 57-50, 9:47 to go. Foul called on BJ Battle, his first, team's 5th. Pirates will get a fresh 35. Walker Going all the way around, down in the paint. Off the glass was no good. Darius Morales times it perfectly. Tips it in the glass. Morales coming up gimpy on that right ankle. Told Coach Luther he's fine. They don't send a sub. Miller from the top of the key, no good. Turner was there with the rebound. Eric Miller takes it away from him, and as Miller tries to take off, Turner tries to stand up, and it upends Miller as he falls to the ground. Foul will be on Turner. Callahan double teamed. Now it's single teamed. Timeout. Jeremy Luther. 30-second timeout. We'll take one with him. Cortland Hendricks here back at Alumni Arena. Pirates with 9 minutes to go in a 9-point lead. They're trying to prove their mark to 5-2 in the Peach Belt. Walker from three. Front of the rim, no good. Williford there for the rebound. Williford puts up triple team off the back of the glass. It is good. Correction, Eric Eversley. A deep three for BJ Battle. Back of the rim, no good. Goes up. Pirates fight for it. Morales is the one that comes down with it. Miller driving into the paint. It's quadruple teamed. Pick whichever number you want for the foul. Eric Miller at the line. Miller, a 76% free throw shooter, is 2 for 2 today. Now he's 2 for 3. Eric Miller, the senior guard from Stone Mountain, a transfer from Bethune-Cookman, who is actually taking on Crosstown Savannah State Monday night live on ESPNU. Pirates now have a 12-point lead. Morgan over to Salim, to Miller, back to Battle. Battle to Salim. Salim up, back to Battle. To Bell for three, off the back of the rim, no good. Fight for the ball. Bell gets his own rebound, fresh 35. Miller back to Salim. Cougars reorganize. Salim drives down to the paint, kicks it off to Morgan. Amongst three Pirates, goes up. The foul is going to be on J.C. Wynn. J.C.'s third foul. Foul trouble for the Pirates. Antron Williford with 4. Darius Morales with 3, and now J.C. Wynn with 3. For Columbus State, Idell Bell with 3, as Morgan misses that one. Bell with 3 fouls. Salim with 2. Everybody else with 1 or 0. Morgan no good. Eversley gets the rebound. To Bellinger, to Miller, as there's players flying everywhere. 20. Morgan's second foul. Pirates are 1-1. Miller. First one's good. Miller puts the second one up, and it is good. Miller today is 5 for 6 from the line, excuse me. 15 points for Miller. As Darius Morales goes flying through the air, but J.C. Wynn gets his 3rd foul. Looked like Darius Morales had a good block. However, before that happened, J.C. Wynn gets called for the foul. Wynn, the senior transfer from Southern Union Community College. Bell makes his first one, shooting almost 80% from the free throw line. He doesn't miss very often. Adil Bell, the 6'1" senior guard from Lakeland, Florida, transfer from North Idaho College. Pirates on a fast break, and Eric Miller tried to do an alley-oop. Everybody in the arena stood up because they knew it was coming to J.C. Wynn. Jeremy Luther, not sure if J.C. Wynn, what he was doing, but Eric Miller and J.C. Wynn talking about it now to get on the same page next time. Salim over the back. Just kind of threw it up with no real idea of where it was going. Pirates get it. Darius Morales is going to go up, and he gets the big jam. Bell at the top of the key. Over to Miller. Foul on Eric Miller. His first. Team's 6th foul. One more from being in the bonus. Pirates are currently in the bonus with 8. Pirates are in the bonus because Columbus has 8 fouls. And Columbus is 1 away with the Pirates having 6 fouls. Miller just does a move around Williford, and then Jermaine Morgan with those ups sails over the Pirates. Coach Jeremy Luther questioning something about that play with Morgan, not sure exactly what. Him and head referee Brad Eggert laughing about it. It wasn't that big of a deal. We'll take a break. 66-53. Pirates lead at 6 minutes to go. Cole Hendricks back inbound. Salim was able to get the ball. Foul is called on what appeared to be Kenny Bellinger. Bellinger not sure about the call. But that is the 7th foul, so from now on, both teams are in at least the single bonus. Salim puts up the first one, and it is good. Salim, a 53% free throw shooter, averaging 6 points a game. 2 rebounds per contest. Makes the second one. Salim 2 for 2 from the line, 10 points on the night. 5 assists to 3 rebounds. Leading rebounder for the Pirates is Darius Morales with 8. For Columbus State, Roy Miller has 5. Everybody else has 3 or 1. Morales to J.C. Wynn, the high-flying J.C. Wynn, and he is rejected by B.J. Battle. However, they call the foul, and the Columbus State faithful is not happy at all about the call. That's the most noise they've made as a unit thus far. However, J.C. Wynn is holding his face, nose, lip, mouth area as if he did get hit. J.C. Wynn, a 67% free throw shooter. Makes his first one. That's his first attempt of the day, now with 8 points. Jamie Luther sends over Eric Eversley to sub. J.C. Wynn off the front of the rim, no good. Wynn gets his own rebound and a fresh 35. Eric Miller driving to the paint, bobbles it back to Bellinger, and they'll reset. J.C. Wynn. Nobody picked up Bellinger. However, they're double teaming J.C. Wynn. And before the steal by Morgan, Jeremy Luther calls a timeout, full timeout. We'll take one with him. Pirates are leading 67-55. 5 minutes, 23 seconds left. Colin Hendricks back with you. Armstrong has the ball. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Eric Miller out the front of the rim. Shot is no good. However, it does go out of bounds. They prevented the turnover by the shot clock. However, shot is no good. Pirates still up by 12. Salim over to Battle. Battle back to Miller. Miller over to Salim. Screened by Miller. Salim down to the paint. Darius Morales blocks it. However, nobody the Pirates recovers. Miller over to Morgan. Morgan with his high flying once again. I don't know what the vertical on that kid is, but I guarantee you it's one of the best. It's probably the best on the court tonight. Pirates with a 10-point lead. Eric Miller pushing it over to J.C. Wynn. J.C. was not ready, and 2 Cougars are there. However, they're going to call another foul on either Battle or Morgan on J.C. Wynn. Foul is on Morgan. Morgan, that's his 3rd foul. JC Wynn at the line once again. Wynn is 1 for 2 from the line. He's got 8 points tonight. JC Wynn, it goes in and out. Wynn once again up at the line. Knees bent, ball up, release, and it rolls in and it's good. 11-point lead for the Pirates, 4:23 left. One and one is a call. Fouls on number 11, Eric Eversley. He has no clue what he did. Or at least that's what his face says. Eversley's second, team 8th. End of the game, Antron Williford. On the floor for the Pirates, Miller, Wynn, Morales, Bellinger, Williford. As Salim makes that one, onto the floor now as Nick Turner comes onto the field. Onto the court. Onto the court for the Cougars. Salim, Bell, Turner, Morgan, and Miller. Bellinger trying to inbound. Full court press. Morales, baseball pass to Wynn. 2-on-2 situation. They're going to calm down. Now he's being double teamed. Bellinger's got it. And they avoid the full court press. And there's a steal. There goes Jaleem. And Kenny Bellinger's able to block the shot one-on-one. And there comes Morales, and they're going to get Williford for over the back. That's Williford's 5th on the foul. That's Williford's 5th foul, and he is done for the day. As Eversley's going to come back in. Coach Jeremy Luther's going to use the full 20 seconds to make his decision. So that is it for Antron Williford. He's 3 for 5 from the field, 2 for 4 for 3 points. No free throws. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 8 points. For the 6'7", 220-pound senior from Bainbridge, Georgia, who transferred here from Chattahoochee Valley Community College. With him being gone, it is now up to Darius Morales, Eric Eversley, and J.C. Wynn, the 3 remaining big men. Once again, fans, your Pirates are back in action next Monday night on Martin Luther King Day, as they will take on Georgia Southwestern. The women's team tip-off will be at 5:30. Men's game scheduled for 7:30. Pirates are up by 9, 3:52 left. Salim at the line. Salim 53% free throw shooter as he misses that one. He's 4 for 5 on the day. It's 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Misses that one too. Bellinger gets the rebound. Over to Miller. Back to Bellinger. Bellinger over to Callahan. Callahan from the corner. Hits the top of the backboard and goes over. Jeremy Luther not happy with the shot selection there. J.C. Wynn gets the steal. He's going to give it to Eric Miller. Eric Miller runs by Miller and gets it to go in. Pirates now have an 11-point lead with 3 minutes and counting. Salim. Over to Miller for three-point land. Off the front of the rim, no good. Bellinger takes the ball away from Turner for the rebound. Bellinger now with 8 rebounds. Foul on the Cougars. The foul was on I think it was on Bell. I'm not sure, though. It gives him his 4th if that's the case. Miller makes both free throws. Pirates with a 13-point lead. Correction, the foul was on Salim. That gives him his 4th. As Turner's left wide open, Eversley can only watch it go in. Bellinger, full court press by the Cougars. Bellinger's double team has nowhere to go, just running down the baseline. They strip it from him, kicked out of bounds. Coach Jeremy Luther calls timeout. Head coach Jonathan Norton not happy about the call at all. Take one with him. Miller over to Morales, to Callanan. They break the press. Callanan will slow it up, kill some more time off the clock. Pirates have an 11-point lead, 2 minutes and change. Miller being double teamed, hits it over Salim. As Salim jumps right over me. Eric Miller to inbound for the Pirates. 2:12 remaining. Pirates up by 11. Morales to Miller. Miller to Bellinger. Back to Miller. Over to Callanan in the corner. Callanan driving in the paint, down to the elbow. Over to Eversley, wide open. Underneath Miller. Rory Miller, that is. Points Pirates. Eversley on Miller, on Morgan, excuse me. Miller gets the rebound. Over Morales. Morales landed on his ankle again. Timeout Columbus State. We'll take one with them. 74-63. Cortland Hendricks back here at Alumni Arena. Minute 44 seconds. Pirates are up by 11 in this Peach Belt basketball men's and women's doubleheader. The women were not able to come away with a victory. Pirates are trying to make sure they don't have the same fate. Callanan driving down. Could have put it up, decides to go cross court to Bellinger. Coach Luther telling him to slow down. 13-14 on the shot clock. Callanan from the corner all day long. Callanan is now 4 for 6 from three-point land with 15 points. Foul called on Callanan, goes around, makes a three-pointer, then gets a foul call. That's his first of the game. Both teams in a double bonus. Saleem makes his first free throw, cuts the lead down to 13. Makes the second one. Miller to Morales. And it goes out of bounds. In the game for the Pirates, J.C. Wynn. Inbounding for Columbus, Nick Turner. Saleem out to Miller for three with Morales in his face, and he drains it. Another timeout called by Columbus State. We'll take one with them. 77-68, exactly a minute remaining. Your Pirates up. Cortland Hendricks back. Alumni Arena Pirates lead it by 9 as Eric Miller is called for an offensive foul. It's his second foul. J.C. Wynn's coming back in. For Callanan, Miller, 19 points. J.C. Wynn with 9. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, also 3 fouls. Less than a minute remaining. As Saleem and Morgan connect on a highlight reel dunk. However, hopefully it's too little too late as the Pirates are up 77-70. 52 seconds left. Take another break. Bellinger to inbound. Running down the court. Just needs to get rid of it. Eric Miller in the corner. Gets it out. They're double teaming in full court press, and they call him for a foul. See who gets the foul. Double technicals are called on Idell Bell, and Eric Miller. The foul was also on Bell. If that is personal fouls, that is also Bell's 4th and 5th foul. That's the 5th foul on Bell. As they're trying to figure it out right now. I believe that is Bell's 5th, yes. Bell is out for the game. Subbing it for him is number 4, BJ Battle. Bell finishes the game tonight with 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists, also with 5 fouls. Not the best night for Bell. 1 for 8 overall. 1 for 4 from 3-point range, and 1 for 2 from free throws as Miller makes his.